Okay, so this is what I did in January on the construction part of my media blog. January is a big one. It was sort of the big push for me where I wanted to get all of my final things done so that I had plenty of time if I needed to redo them. So it started off with my first photo shoot, which I have used some of the pictures from on my final one. In this post, I said about the clothes and how it differed from the previous photo shoot outside. Obviously, the white background makes it a bit easier to edit than the brick wall, and it will make it look a bit more realistic as well. I then went through every single one of these pictures and analysed why they were good or bad and why I couldn't use them or why I could use them. I didn't do this on the other photo shoots simply because it took a hell of a lot of time, and whilst I was doing all of my other things such as the final front cover double page and contents page, doing this in the background was good while it was going on, but once I had nothing more to do and I was too busy on evaluating my final pieces, it all went a bit misshapen, and I'd already used these pictures, and going back and doing more of these, I'd already done the evaluation. So I think you can see that I can show you why a picture's good to use, why it's not good to use, and efficiently pick out the ones which are good to use and which ones are not. In this instance, for example, they are both, it's both good and bad. It's bad because he looks a bit intimidating and he's a bit awkward, which an indie artist probably wouldn't be on the front of a cover. And yet it's good because his clothes are indie and he's got a good pose, he's not smiling. And yeah, if he was in an awkward stance and the double page spread story was awkward, then it would sort of match. But it ended up not being like that, so that's why. Again, a bad picture because she's smiling. A bad picture, he's at a bit of an awkward angle. He's got the Doctor Strange top on, which is a bit of a pain to edit and all that stuff. Again, picture 10 is bad. 11 bad. Yes, so some of them are good, some of them are bad. I just went through each one and explained why they were good or bad and whether I would use them. This is the costume post for the photo shoot, and I explain in each picture why the clothing is good for the genre and why I picked that clothing. Then we have the second photo shoot where the majority of the pictures I've used have come from. I was a bit more experienced with the camera by this point, and there's just a bunch of pictures that are usable and quite good, really. Then we have the interview, or my first interview, on the feedback on the final pages. As I ask a few questions on this and what I can improve to get a bit of audience feedback. Then we've got the interview questions and why I picked the questions. And then we have all of the finals progress posts, which I'm going to do these in a separate podcast. But I decided to do them separately because then I'd have room to write about everything and it wouldn't all be bunched up in one post. So we've got all of the front cover finals in January. As I say, I just wanted to get it done so that I had time to edit it if it needed to be edited. All the way up through all of the front cover posts. And I just basically posted every little change that I made, whether it be a line or whatever. I just posted everything. As you can see, it just went through. And then then we move on to the contents page, where you can see even like a banner that was added, and I posted about that. I've written underneath all of them, as you can see, why I've done it and what I've done. And it just carries on, really. I write about each process, each step, and then I have a progress post of everything that I did in that week. Then we go on to the double page spread. Double page spread again. And as you can see, I just posted and posted and posted every little change I made. Progress post there of what I did in the week. And that is it for January.